everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sofia. Last week I shared my first video about my Sims. It was my first time playing ever, and today I am back with more tips for us to complete the tasks. The first thing that your Sim needs to do is to go to the town hall and talk to the mayor. As you can see, the mayor will give your Sim instructions to complete things or to make things, and right now the mayor wants for my Sim to create a workshop. All you have to do is to follow the mayor. As you can tell, my Sim is following her, and we will find the place where the workshop is going to be, as you are about to see in a second. We have a lot of work to do in this tiny town, but it will be a lot of fun for sure. So the mayor tells my Sim that the lot is pretty much empty and my Sim needs to start from zero on this lot. So right now we are going to build the workshop. After the last video that I shared, I found out that you can do other things. In that video I wasn't sure how to build things on my Sims, to be completely honest. After the last video I think I am now able to build things a bit differently, since I played tested a lot since the last video. So we will see how this workshop will turn out. I think it's very cute how everything is, and it's not that hard to build in my Sims. It's just that you need to get used to it, because it is a bit different from the Sims franchise, of course. But after you play with it for a little bit, you will see that it's very easy, and you can also change the colors and whatnot. At first I wasn't sure about that, but after I played tested a little bit more, I find out that it's actually very easy, and you can change the colors, you can change the windows, the doors, the rooftops. You can do a lot of things actually, which I think it's very, very good. And I believe that the more you do this type of things, the easier it will get. So I am still working on the workshop, but I think it's becoming more like I wanted it to be. You can always change things if you don't like it, so it's going to be fine. But I actually had a lot of fun in this part, and I love to build. I love to build in The Sims 4, and it was actually very fun. Don't forget to add the hammer on the workshop, otherwise you cannot exit this part, so you will need the hammer somewhere on the workshop. It's like the workshop sign, I believe. And once you are done with that, you are able to enter the workshop and start working on something else. You will need blueprints for anything that you want to build. Right now I believe we only have the blueprint of a chair, and my Sim is trying to build a chair. This part, it didn't turn out how I wanted it to be. To be fair, it was my first time using the workshop and trying to create something there, so it's not by any means perfect, and I actually learned a lot after this experience. So later on this video you will see that I changed a lot of things when I am working on the workshop, so it will be fine later on. But right now this chair is nothing like it was supposed to be, because I did ignore one of the tips by accident. You can switch the blocks, you can change the blocks with the keys, and I completely ignored that. But as I said, later on things will change and things will get better. Yes, the chair, it was not my favorite thing. Later on there is going to be other things that I think look way better. Again, you will need the blueprints, and you will get more blueprints as you go along and as you complete the tasks. So for now this is all we have, but soon that will change, as you are about to see. I was exploring more this part, but again, I don't think this chair looked very good, but it was my first time actually doing something in the workshop, so let's let's forget about this share. Once your sim is done, you go back to your home, and my house looks a little bit different from the previously episode. I already changed a couple of things, and I didn't even show you the inside on the other video, but here it is still very empty, and I thought that share was somehow what I made on the workshop, but it's not. Like, the mare is like you can put the share that you just made here. After I realized that the miracle didn't happen and that was not the share that my sim was making at the workshop, I went to curate my house, and as you can tell, you can change a couple of things there, but that's not where the share is. For you to find the share, you need to go to the backpack option, or B on the keyboard, and here you go. There's the share, the awful share that my sims just created. I still added that share in the kitchen area, but I hope in the future I can change it and make it better. It looks really bad, but oh well. As I was saying, for you to make a new object in your workshop, you always need a blueprint first, and one of the townies needs to give you a blueprint. In this case, the mayor gave us some new blueprints that we can work on the workshop. And here is a very important thing that I had no idea on the first video. Like, you need to complete all the things that I just showed you for you to be able to save your game. If you didn't complete any of these things, you are not able to save the game, and when you start again, you need to start from zero. And that's what happened to me, so I was actually able to explore a bit more because of this. It wasn't all bad after all. So as you can tell, I am finally able to save the game, and everything will be fine. From now on, you can always save your game. So now my sim will go back to the workshop just to see what kind of blueprints the mayor gave us just a couple seconds ago, to see if we can add more things to our house later on and what we can do with all of that. As you can tell, when you click on the workshop, it says that you can create a new item, and now you can create a bed, a counter, sculpture, wall, and table. And once again, the share, but that was the first blueprint that we ever had in MySims to start with. Now I decided for my sim to go back to the town hall and see if the mayor needs any help, and we can finally start a task. The mayor was talking on the phone on the different room. I was afraid that she would think that my sim was a bit rude. But at the same time, I really want to start the tasks, as I was saying in the other video, that I love games with the tasks and things for us to complete and unlock new things. So I was looking forward for this part, as you can tell. So even with the mayor talking on the phone, my sim went for the talk option anyway. And at first the mayor face looked so sad. I hope she is not upset with my sim. And I thought it was super cute that my sim was taking notes. I think that's funny. So now the mayor asks my sim for her to build a podium, and she also needs 4 apples. And in the other video I already collected a lot of apples from the trees, and if you don't see a lot of apples right away, you can water the tree and fertilize it, and it will give you more fruits, or in this case more apples. So this is our first official task that we need to complete to unlock more things. So let's go. My sim will go to her workshop and will start working on the podium right away. And I was also checking to see if she had enough apples, and she does. She has 13 apples from the previously video. I think it's super cute to see them walking around like that. It's so funny and cute at the same time. Another very cool feature about my sims is that you can use the map. And after I left the town hall, I completely forgot that the workshop was right next to the town hall, and my sim was walking around, and then I decided to use the map and made everything easier. You just click the area that you want to go, and it will show an arrow on the screen, and you just follow that arrow and you will be fine. As you can tell, it shows everything: the town hall, your house, empty lots. You just click on the one that you really really want to go, and it will show the arrow to guide you. So my sim finally found the workshop. As you can tell, there are three options. The first one is to work on a task, the second one is to create a new item, and the last one is to edit an item. So you can edit the share later on if you want to. But right now my sim will work on the task that the mayor just gave her, the podium with the 4 apples. You can see the task that you need to complete and the townie that gave you the task. You need to click on the task before you are able to enter finally the workshop. Once again, you can see where you need to add the blocks, and one thing that MySims has in common with the Sims franchise is that if you press shift on the keyboard, it replicates the block that you are using, so it makes everything easier. As you can see, I was making a pile of these blocks using the shift key, as I was saying, and for you to complete whatever task you need to do, you need to reach the shiny star, I guess, on top of whatever you need to build. If you don't reach that star, it will be uncompleted and you cannot exit the workshop. I was checking to see if the blocks were on top of each other, because sometimes you can't see very well and sometimes they are a bit on the side or something like. So you need to make sure that they are on top of each other and you can reach the tiny star or the shiny star that I was talking about. Now the podium is finally complete. As you can see, it has paper and a microphone. It looks like it's ready for someone to give a speech, and that's why I thought I was able to deliver the podium to the mayor. I didn't show that part, but I was trying to give her the podium as it is. She keeps saying that the apples are missing, and I was like, what she means by that? Like, I thought I would give her the apples in a separate occasion, or like I would give the podium first and then the apples. I didn't think the apples needed to be at the podium and they need to be. So I had to go back to the workshop and add the apples, as you are about to see. So you need to go to the backpack and start to add the 4 apples that the mayor asked you to add to the podium, basically. And I was trying to see what the best way possible was to add the apples and to make them look good, or if it was supposed to be on top of the podium. So this part was a bit confusing, but as you can see, I added the apples right next to the podium and later on I returned it to the mayor and everything went fine. Now it finally says that the task is complete. You have the podium and you have the 4 apples. I know it looks kinda strange, but it's the only way to complete this task, trust me. So now you can exit the workshop and you can go to the town hall once again to talk to the mayor. My sim decided to talk to the mayor for a little bit, but you can return the podium and the apples right away if you want to. The mayor will also ask if you already made it and you can move on from that. You are actually the one that is going to place the podium somewhere in the town hall. I decided to add it in front of those chairs. I think it makes sense and it is the perfect place for the mayor to give a speech if she needs to. You need to go to the backpack once again and then you can place it in the town hall. You can tell that the mayor is very happy about it and it's very cool. The mayor actually gave my sim a new blueprint of a chair. I am assuming it's one of the chairs that you can see in the town hall, and the mayor also gave my sim a plant for my sim house. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss my next video.